I&O's role in security is to be additional fighters against malicious attackers. Malicious attackers are persistent and they're smart, and they are attacking all of our applications all the time. Security resources are really scarce, even more scarce than infrastructure and operations professionals. When the DevOps movement came along, it was really because there were so few infrastructure and operations professionals compared to the developers. And so the partnership then works because it improves release performance, it improves availability, it decreases mean time to repair. But when you look at security resources that are even fewer, they can't be the only ones responsible for fighting these malicious attacks. So really they need to join with the developers and the infrastructure and operations professionals to fight against these malicious attacks. Today, environment inconsistencies provides malicious attackers a way into our applications. Today, 47% of web applications have unprotected file issues, easily fixed by making our web applications and the web servers consistent. The problem today is we don't believe in standardization. We have web servers that are snowflakes. By creating standard web applications and web servers, I&O professionals can actually remove those loopholes that malicious attackers are making use of. Compliance standards exist as a minimum bar, what companies need to do to protect their end users and any kind of personal information they may have stored about those end users. But that's really the first stepping stone to a complete security story. I&O professionals have to step in and really understand that their role, and they're in a unique position to protect the hardware and software that these applications run on. Automation is a tool that I&O professionals can use to prevent malicious attacks. And the way they can do this is automation, first of all, makes things faster, which is great for I&O professionals, but what they often overlook is that it prevents manual errors and makes things more consistent. It also allows us to step away from the snowflake configurations of today that make it very hard to track what types of problems exist and where there might be openings that malicious attackers can make use of. So what I&O professionals can do is use automation to make things consistent, as well as if there is a malicious attack, if there's a breach or a vulnerability, they can actually go on the offensive and fix things very quickly. For those clients that I talk to who think they are too complex, that automation really won't help them in their situation, my response is usually it's not getting less complex. And with the application sprawl we have today, there's so many applications out there, and so that if we don't standardize, it will quickly get out of our control. I&O professionals need to worry about two types of attacks, one from external sources and one from internal issues, where there is corporate espionage. Both are very real, and if you look at headlines today, you'll see examples of both and companies losing millions of dollars over both. I&O professionals can use automation tools to create audit trails, created just by using the tools that show who has done what and when, who is changing things, who's using things, are there different kinds of repeated logins, for example. That shows that there might be an attack from the inside or the outside. My advice to I&O pros who are entering the fray with security professionals to stop malicious attacks is twofold. Primarily, automation. Use automation to reduce errors and to reduce mean time to repair. And second of all, to really close the gap in terms of customization with environment configuration. Use environment configuration tools to make your environments standard. Today, I&O professionals face environments that are very snowflake in nature. They are very customized for each and every application. If I&O pros are consistent with their environments, they actually reduce the mean time to repair on issues. So if they know that there's a specific configuration that needs to change, it's very easy for them to change it and do it in a consistent way. It also decreases attack surface. Now, attack surface is very familiar to security pros, but probably not familiar to I&O pros. Attack surface is the exposure that an application puts out to its end users that malicious attackers can use to enter.